Just like Holy Mary, Mariana, Mariana Cross. Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a VeVe, OMI, Definity, DEVVE, daCat, SHIRO, DMC update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashy. Hello, Dashy. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon, especially the super thanks button down below, super chats as well. I just had an idea, because I feel like I talk about a lot of like DEVVE, Definity, DMC, daCat, and we don't have a Dashy thing yet. So I have an idea that I'm going to try to incorporate ladies into Dashy, and I'll be like, okay, if you have a certain amount of ladies token, you'll get airdropped a Dashy NFT, and the Dashy NFT has to come with utility. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but it will. So that's the thing right now. If you have a certain amount, and I don't know how much ladies tokens I'm going to want people to have, because right now I think it's really cheap to get some. It's like a $10,000 market cap. But that is what I'll do. It'll be an amount. Be advised, ladies, it's $12,000. It's a $12,000 market cap, so it'll be super easy to get, like whatever amount like it's not going to be like $1,000 worth, right? It'll be, but I'll only do it to the first. Oh, but I don't know. I don't know what it'll be. So nobody buy it yet because I don't know the amounts, and I don't know how many Dashy because if there's multiple people with that many, I'll keep you posted. Anyway, with Ecomi versus VeVe logos, yeah, bunch of news there. I guess we'll start it off. We will start it off with my man Kuma. That is he here? Oh, he is here, my man. Saying, what up, Randy and VeVe and OMI? Bam. What up, Bill Garner? We love him. Batty saying, you gonna go ham for the OMI challenge? Yes, but not in the way that you're thinking. I'm going to go, cool. Got it. I'm going to be doing it in a way where I have, I'll just show you right now in my collection. I have 900 comics, most of them dollar. So at least 200 out of the 900 comics that I have are dollar comics. They're Vengeance #1s. I mean, I have a couple of good ones too. Let's see if I can sort this by, filter it by secret rare, and apply the filters. I only have, I only have a few. I have 3 Nova secret rares. I have 2 Avengers 55 secret rares. That's First Appearance Ultron. Got secret rares for Avengers, Aliens vs. Avengers #1, #3. So I mean, most of what I have is like dollar comics. But you're going to have your Dr. Profits, you're going to have your Rolexes, you're going to have your people that want to be #1 on the leaderboard. And in order to do that, they have to spend OMI. So you could have one of 3 things happen. You could have the amount of sellers that are on there stay exactly the same, like not increase, right? Be like, yeah, you know what? I don't really care about OMI. I have these in there. Like the same amount of people will be there. And let's say nothing changes. In which case, if that happens, then the amount of buyers that are increased, because if you have the same amount of sellers, but you have the floors of a lot of stuff will rise. But I don't think that's what happens. I think that you have a increased amount of, I mean, the opposite could happen where you could have everyone going in and saying like, oh, I'm going to delist my stuff because I just had it out there as a flex. But now people might buy it just to get that OMI burn, so that this way, once I get that OMI burn, they can go in and be top of the leaderboard. So they might, I took off my 41 logo. I think I had it up for like 28K because I noticed it yesterday, the other day, like, $5,000 or 5,100. I think of 5,128. There's 2 of them. They're both gone now. And I was like, okay, this is probably getting to the point where someone will buy my number 41 for 28K. And because I knew like stuff was going to go up, especially as we get closer to Vegas. So we are happy last day of August. September, October. We have about 2.5 months before we get there. So that's 2.5 months of hype, of buildup. And you're seeing it with the Ecomi secret rare. Like that's been the big one. It goes from like it tripled, went from like 800 to like 2,500. Let's read Mr. Squeebs. Let's read his thing from yesterday, 2 days ago. Also, I gotta reshare this quote, and I gotta go. Holy gold and silver logo Batman logo Batman at VeVe official Ecomi, because they're up crazy. And we're gonna $ OMI, and we're gonna meow. We're gonna meow at people. Okay. Gold logo be at 6K though. All right, let's read what Mr. Squeebs has said about the secret rare Ecomi logo. Ecomi secret rare logo is one of the most fascinating collectibles on the OMI and VeVe ecosystem. Only 567 exist, and they were awarded exclusively to the most dedicated holders who locked up 10 million plus OMI for a full year. Here's why I just bought my second one. Secret rare logo isn't just a collectible, it's a badge of conviction. Provenance earned, not bought. Scarcity, sub 600 supply. Distribution, it went to the diamond hands of this community. That means very few are actually in circulation today. Utility is now the big unlock. David Yu has already teased that secret rare logos may carry special perks. The latest Ecomi update even hinted at digital product offerings tied to the secret rare logo. That's real world plus digital value gated by one of the rarest assets in the ecosystem. We're going to listen to that right now. It's only a 14-second clip.
Also working on a very cool digital product for the OMI holders. If you hold one of those OMI logos out there, you know, we've got something exciting coming out as well. So we haven't forgotten about also.
Woo! Okay, so that was really fun. And then there's something about Banker. Miss Gecko posted about Banker. So shout out to her. She always reposts my streams. I love all the people that repost. Also, speaking of that, if y'all can just smash that like button, that's a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways, Patreon, super thanks button down below, super chats as well. Y'all are my bays. Okay. Squeebs continues on saying, context matters as well. OMI price and volume have exploded in recent weeks. Stacker integration is giving OMI real-world utility, and VeVe continues to roll out new features and expand reach. Momentum is back, and the community is galvanized. You have Z Facer commenting on someone's live stream, I can't see who it is, saying just disbelief. Are we so early? And I'm pretty sure we are. You had Paul from Definity on Crypto Rain's post, or on his video on Wednesday. So it's a few days old by now. And he had said that it was obviously a buy, you know, at 00018, you know, whatever. Obviously that's in hindsight, because he was waiting for it to break that downtrend. So in hindsight, it was easy to buy there. Like you should have been buying there. But again, that's in hindsight. At the time, it's just like OMI was doing nothing but going down for 4 years, 3.5 years. And, you know, it was very hard for people to buy. Obviously in hindsight, it's super easy, but now, you know, and he said, now that it's broken that downward trend line and it sustained it, it wasn't one of those things where it had spiked up like it had done dozens of times and then came right back down. And the amount of volume, if you take a look at OKX, the amount of volume it took to spike OMI to like 0007, 000, or even double zeros in all those times in the past like couple of years, it didn't take that much volume and it went right back down. The amount of volume that we had over the last week was an insane amount. And not only that, but we sustained it. Like, did we punch through 0005? No, we went there a couple times, got rejected because that's a major, it was a major support level back in the day. It's a major resistance level now. Even Paul from Definity was saying that it's like that's going to be the big test. Once it goes through there, where do we go? I have no idea. But I mean, VeVe's great because it does hundreds of thousands of dollars per month. But if you're somebody that's new, that's coming in, and you have your stuff on what to buy, You have your Todds, you have your partners, you have your Resos, Superman, Secret Rare Spider-Man, you have Miles Morales, Secret Rare. You have a bunch of the stuff that everybody knows. But then you look at the logos, and obviously everyone in the VeVe fam, you know, we love and celebrate the VeVe Gold logos. Damn, Bitcoin back at 108. But if you're someone new and you just say like, okay, what do you get for the VeVe logo? And it's like, okay, we usually get something pretty cool each year. We get exclusive invites to these parties. Crypto Rain is of the opinion that they'll probably, I mean, there's already been celebrities and very powerful people that are in that group already. But I'm telling you, like, there are people that, I mean, you have Pro the Doge, you have Andre Jack, you have like the celebrities that, like, the YouTube celebrities that people know. You have, I'm trying to think of the, does Rashed have one yet? I don't know if Rashed Al Farouk has one. You have, I don't know, there's two other people that I know that have, I don't know if it's public yet. But it's a buddy of mine. He's a very powerful person. He has one. And there will be other people that will go to get it that won't be as like behind closed doors. That won't be as like, oh, who dat? You know. They'll be very more open about it. For the Ecomi Secret Rare logo, it's like, okay, how did you get that? And most people won't care how that came into being. You will have people that just care what happens once they get it. So the utility is obviously there for the VeVe logo, and it is pretty scarce because you have people that, like, it has mostly gone into diamond hands. It is scarcer than the Ecomi Secret Rare. I don't know if it's, well, it's rarer than the Secret Rare. I don't know if it's scarcer. Let's take a look. So the gold logo is up to 6K. 1, 2, 3, 4. There, you have 4 of them that are kind of for sale. 2 at 6K, 1 at 7,500, 1 at 8K. Then it jumps to 15,000. I don't think people are going to pay $15,000 for it right now. I think that as the bull market takes hold, it's a couple ETH, you know, that'd be like 4 ETH right now. But when ETH goes to like 7,500, 8K, and so I was like, oh, 2 ETH for this, yeah, that's fine, I'll do it. Then that happens. But right now, I don't know if anyone's going to spend 15,000 on a normal one. If you wanted the number 41, you'll obviously make exceptions for the 5-figure rule, like tens of thousands. So I'm going to say there's 4. For Ecomi, though, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 of them before you get to 5K. So 10, 11, 12. So 12 of these have to be bought before it's, well, after you buy 11 of them, it goes up to 5,600, almost 5,700. So let's say it takes 11 of them to get the Ecomi Secret Rare logo price around where it is the VeVe Secret Rare. David did, like, if they're airdropping OMI, so it might do 2 things here. If they airdrop something, if they airdrop whatever, I don't know what it is that they're doing. Let me finish Squeebs' message here. With scarcity this tight, strong holders and potential utility around the corner, I believe the Ecomi Secret Rare logo is massively undervalued at current floors. That's why I've added not 1, but 2 Secret Rare logos in the past 2 weeks. I'm putting my money where my mouth is. This isn't financial advice, it's conviction collecting. The Secret Rare logo isn't just about speculation. It's about being part of the core DNA of the OMI story. If utility lands the way it's being teased, this piece could go from forgotten reward to the holy grail status overnight. The VeVe logo has a proven track record and a history of getting like amazing utility for it. The Ecomi Secret Rare doesn't necessarily have that yet because we haven't gotten anything yet. Now, granted, we got that just for holding OMI, but I think as OMI goes up, I mean, I've juggled the idea of buying a piece of the VeVe company. I might do it. I might not. I don't know yet. But I've juggled with that idea for a while, and because I'm so invested in the token, a little bit of the collectibles, but not even just invested financially, but just these are where a lot of my good friends are. Not all of them, but just amazing people. Like, and to be part of that company, even not even working for it, just having a piece of it, that would mean something to me. Partner statue is arguably one of the most important pieces on the app, but Walt and Mickey, they're some of the greatest things in the world, but it's not that I will have no problem selling my partner statues. But when you're super involved in a company like I've been for a while, and the reason I brought this up is because I want to do something where it's okay. Want to draw a parallel? Would you rather own part of the VeVe company, or would you rather own OMI? Well, for many years, the VeVe company has been the safe bet. It's been like, I mean, if you go according to the fudders, VeVe forgot about OMI. They, they're ignoring the token. Like, again, fudders are mostly, how do I put this nicely? Morons. They're mostly moronic. They're mostly low IQ. They're mostly people that maybe let their emotions get the better of them. But some of their arguments hold a little weight, like rather hold a VeVe stock or part of the VeVe company as opposed to having the token, just because, again, the last few years, that was the safer thing to own. But now, and again, that's always going to be the safest thing. Like, Bitcoin's the safest crypto, right? But ETH is going to outperform Bitcoin, and Solana is going to outperform, and like most everything, as long as it's a quality project, is going to outperform Bitcoin. Bitcoin's just the safest. And again, Bitcoin will do like another 2 or 3x, give or take. When, I don't know. It'll go crazy. I mean, we're supposed to get rate cuts in September. Supposed to get more rate cuts in December. We'll see. I mean, do they do a gliding 25 basis points here, 25 basis points there? Do it, probably. I wish they would do 50 basis points, wait a month, do another 50 basis points. That would be great. But they, we'll see what happens. If the VeVe's been crushing it, they've been doing incredible things, and some of that translates to the logo. It's mostly about utility, though. I don't know what Ecomi could give as the utility, but if they give OMI, and OMI, like, again, let's say they give you, just for safe numbers example, let's say they give you $1 million OMI, which right now is like less than $400. But then it does like a 10x. It's like, okay, well, they actually gave you $4,000. And again, for this logo, would they would have to give away, if they give you $1 million, there's 500. Yeah, so they'd have to give away, $500 million OMI. So that's a lot. That would be a lot. Let me just do some. Yeah, that'd be $215,000. So I don't think they give away $1 million OMI. But even if they do, it's less than 400. It's not a crazy amount. But again, if that does like a 10x, which it should, and also, like, with OMI going up, and this is going to probably only affect a very small number of people. But I think there's a very small minority of people that will use it as not just a flex piece, but also as a platform, as a way to kind of like put on airs, where they're just like saying, hey, I have this logo. You can imagine how much OMI I have. And they might not even have that much. They might like kind of peacock it. Whereas, like, well, I'll get a little bit of OMI, but I'll never have as much as, name your person, Randy, Puddin' Cheeks, David, Dr. Profit, whatever. And be like, well, I'll never have as much as them, but if I get a couple of Ecomi logos, I'll be like, yeah, I had enough OMI. I figured why not get the logos to represent what I have. You'll probably get even if it's just a couple people like that, it's not like this is like Todd Batman where there's 7,500 of them, or Partner Stats is 4,300 of them. There's 567. There's not a lot. And there's even less gold logos. Now, can Mr. MC1 do with the Ecomi logo the same that he's done with the VeVe logo, while also maybe doing another thing? You know, I don't know. But what I will tell you is that I think David's, it's going to be such a stupid parallel, and I'm so sorry. Also, all week I'm getting like shit on. I'm just like, everyone comment down below. We feel for you, Magic, because this is exactly, I was doing this all week. Hey guys, you ever seen this movie? Blah, 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 blah. And then Magic's like, no, Randy, I haven't seen it. It's like, well, they say this, and Magic had just had to deal with that all week. So everyone, give your sympathies to her down below. In Dragon Ball GT? I think it's Dragon Ball GT. Goku asks, actually it's Dragon Ball Z. Goku asks King Yemma, or he doesn't even ask anyone. He just, as he's about, and spoilers, as he's about to blow away Majin Buu with the spirit bomb, he says, "It was good fighting you. Maybe one day we can meet again as friends." And that goes away for however long. And then eventually he gets, Buu is reincarnated as this like Indian kid. And Goku thinks like, I think King Yemma heard my request of maybe I could fight this guy again one day in a different body. So Buu gets reincarnated at this. So the parallel I'm trying to draw from that is that I think David heard my comparison when I compared the partner statue, which I think is at 1,300, maybe 1,400. I'm gonna, I'm gonna do it right now. Partners. Oh my gosh! Why is the app doing this? Okay, maybe if I just Google, does it happen if Walt comes up? How about partner? Howdy, partner. Oh, okay, it comes up with partner. Oh shit! It is $1,700 now. Okay. That was literally $1,400 yesterday. Okay, all right. Is there a 3-digit around here? That, oh, okay. So you could pay $1,700 for a normal one, or $2K for a 3-digit. Not bad. I don't think there's a sub 100. Not even close. Not even close. Let's see if for OMI, is that? Hold up. 1, 2, 3. Hold up. It's like 1,500 for OMI. So you can get a $200 discount if you buy one for OMI. It is not a crazy number. Yeah. That's it. Anywho, the reason I brought that up is because, like, hey, the gold logo, up until I thought this was, I thought this was 1,400. It's like, okay, well, that's like, 4x the price. Now it's like 3-ish x. It's 3.5. Like, the gold logo is 3.5 times Disney's best NFT ever. And that's gotta get Disney to think about what the heck they're doing and the rules that they're following, and I don't know whose rules it is. I don't know what code they're under. Of, oh yeah, we don't want to give anything utility after the fact. We only want to give it beforehand. Like, okay, I understand that's what you want to do, but here's what VeVe's doing. VeVe, a company that nobody on God's green earth has ever heard of, and their collectible is worth 3.5 times yours. Remember in that Fairly Odd Parents episode where you have like the presidents? Who's on the nickel? I'm tripping here. Who is on the nickel? Thomas Jefferson. So Thomas Jefferson and George Washington and like Abe Lincoln, like they're all there. And George Washington is like has his axe, and he goes to Thomas Jefferson. He's like, "I'm worth 20 of you." I can picture David being in a meeting, probably Dan at this point too. I feel like this would be more of a Dan thing. In a meeting with the executives of Disney, is like, I can picture Dan saying, "Okay, you continue doing what you're doing. We'll do what we're doing. Our logo is worth 3.5 times what yours is. Your best NFT. So make of that what you will." And then they exit. Mic drop. And they had it with the gold logo, and I could picture them saying, like, in a car ride home, on an aircraft, like whatever, be like, "Catch Randy's stream? What if we did that with our other logo? What if we did that with the Ecomi logo? And now the Ecomi logo is worth 1.5 times, 1.7 times, 1.5 times the partner statue." And it's like, now they have two, like the two things that they have done, which they've given out for free, are more expensive than Disney's best NFT. Disney is, how much is Disney worth? Let's go to Yahoo Finance. Oh gosh, no, I don't mean Yahoo Mail. No, why are these people messaging me right now? Okay, Yahoo Finance. And we're gonna do meow 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 meow. Disney has a 212 billion, as B is in Bravo, $212 billion market cap. And VeVe and Ecomi, which are worth pennies compared to them, their two NFTs are more expensive than Disney's best NFT. Double first appearance. Walt Disney, the man that started it all, that gave this credit, saying it all started with a mouse. Jesus. What, oh God, what shame must those Disney executives feel? Be like, yeah, what we gotta do something. And maybe that's the straw that breaks the camel's back. But also, again, if this continues to happen, if this continues to go on, where the added utility is like right now in, is it Avengers? Is Iron Man 2? You see Papa Stark, you see Tony's dad go in and give him a message at the end of one of the videos and says, "Tony, I'm limited by the technology of my time." And then he goes on about a thing saying, like, but you can solve this. VeVe has been limited by the constraints of their budgets because of the fact that they've had so much going on these last few years. Lawsuit is over, bear market is over. They've never really taken the opportunity to step on the gas of what could be done with the VeVe Gold logo. They're going to experiment with the Ecomi Secret Rare, because again, different company, different budget. But again, it's like Gohan, where at the end, when he finally goes Super Saiyan 2, the announcer says, like, with bouts with Raditz, Vegeta, Garlic Jr., even Frieza, we've caught glimpses of it before, where he's had these insane flashes of anger as a child, but in a flash, it was gone. And you have this really interesting way, like VeVe has this crazy opportunity to make their stuff go parabolic and set a huge precedent to every other licensor that they have that says, like, if you do this for the VeVe fam, if you give utility, like, if you plant them, they will grow. Like, if you build it, they will come. If you give utility, the people will drive it up, and you have those bragging rights on what to do. You have those bragging rights on having the most expensive collectible on the app. Obviously, right now that goes to Secret Rare Miles Morales. I think it might technically goes to Donnie. Cartoon Network, I don't even know if they even care about that. I haven't seen anything in Cartoon Network in an age. Also, I've gone 30 minutes on this and I haven't gone over any other thing. So let's says, please bless the smalls. Would be so great for the community to stack the cheapies. Yeah, well, I'm going to be selling my smalls too. Ben in Korea, thank you for the super for being a member. Saying morning, Randy, Omi homies, happy stacking. Bill Gardner says second. Just posted one of mine for 7.5 million Omi. The Ecomi logo? The Ecomi logo. Oh, by the way, so I'm gonna try to end. I was gonna try to end early tonight because Bill and Zombies Metaverse Adventure features Tammy Hannah tonight. Can't wait to go watch that. However, unfortunately, we're gonna get going here. We're gonna start. We're gonna start. What are we starting with? Start with Omi. We are up 2% on. Or nope, 0.5%. We had a little spike up before, a little bit of a downward now. We are up 0.5% on the day. Not really here nor there. We're at 00036. 5.8 million in volume. I'm gonna guess it's OKX and Deepcoin. 45% on OKX, 36%, 37% on Deepcoin. So that's over 80%. And then you have 7-ish on Gate.io. Bill Gardner posted one of my Ecomi logos. Gold logos. I'm waiting for 20K. Yeah. I think we definitely get that at some point. Give me one sec, guys. Oh my God, puppy. Doggy distribution system. My friend Pixie had a doggo show up on her doorstep. Oh my goodness. Look at those eyes. Oh. Hold on. Look at those eyes. Oh my God. They're so cute. Okay. Only 4 away from 50. Is it really? 2. Oh yeah. But again, like I don't think that I mean, I know people will get that eventually, but right now with ETH down where it is, crypto's been having, not a good time these past few weeks. Although Omi, listen, Omi does like another 4x, or heck, even another 2x. You start getting some really crazy things that can happen here. Very crazy things. Kuma saying, "What up, Randy and VeVe fam? What up, Bill Gardner?" Facer says, "Good morning." Alderdara, I hope Ecomi gives out 1 million Omi for every so Ecomi logo. I mean, that's a lot of money. It's $250,000 if they do that. And I'm not saying to not do that. It's just it's a lot. 500,000. I mean they have money in their business development wallet. They could do that no problem. We'll see. Dude, if they did, like, they have over 10 billion Omi in their business development wallet. I think they have like 15. But let's do percent. Let's say it's just 10. I know it's not. I know it's a lot more. They would have to give out less than 6% of that. But again, you can't do that every year though. You can't do that every year. You would have to, because then in 10 years it's like, that's insane. Then you give away, like half of the what you have in there. So you can't do that. 500,000 Omi? 500. What would 567? 500,000 Omi. All right, hold on. We have to do 500,000 times 0.0035, so 175. 170 times. So that's just under 100K if they did that. We'll see. What's up, Connor? How's it going? Planet says, "Hey everyone. I don't think I will sell any of my logos." If I don't sell any by the time they're at 20K. I might. So here's the thing, though. What good is 20K to me if OMI's at, even like 0025 and I have, like $1 million? That's not $1 million there. I'd have like 600K. What good is 20,000 to me when I just have $1 million worth of OMI at 005, 0045, something like that? Not much. What I would do, though, I don't know. I mean, we're just going to see what runs first. I mean, if we go there, and let's say we go to 20K to the logo, and we're only at like 001 or 0015. If we do that, and I don't have a ton of OMI yet, or I don't have enough where I want to take out of there and put into other stuff, and we just have, and we're still down here on Definity and DEVVE, I'll take that 20K and I'll put it into Definity and DEVVE. I'll just split it because of how cheap the prices are down here. I have no problem doing that. Because at that point, like the logo's not going to go to 200K. Most likely. I would bet that it doesn't, but those other things will definitely do a 10x minimum. Probably do 30x minimum. They say, when will they get rid of KYC, be able to trade on the market? Any new people now, if you shouldn't need to do it probably in November. You shouldn't need to do it because not going to need to cash out. So I'd probably by November. Omar saying good evening. Ready for the OMI leaderboard. Same here. I don't know what time they freaking do it. Oh gosh. Home was the front of our neighborhood. Oh, very good, very good. Okay. Also, let me do some of this other stuff real quick. Speaking of, let's do DeLorean. Down about 5.5% at 0035. Oh, 7 million in volume. But it's a holiday weekend, so maybe that's why. Almost $12 million market cap. So again, up until you have alt season, all of these are probably going to kind of stay the same. You could have random pumps here and there, like OMI has, but that's DeLorean. Let's try SHIRO Nico. Down about 2% today. 500,000 in volume, just under $5 million market cap, but 500,000 in volume. Down 19% on the month. It's up crazy amount on the year, but waiting for that. I mean, that we are waiting for the Common Curator program for them as well. Digital time back. Okay, very good. SHIRO Nico, we just did. All right, let's go to Gecko Terminal and we'll take a look at some DEVVE. Down about 0.3% to 42 cents. I was talking with a buddy of mine today and I was just like, listen, because I've been telling him to buy since like when it was like 30 cents the first time. Bought some at 30 cents, bought some at 15 cents, went down to like 12 cents. And I was like, oh my God, this is insane. Went up to $1.80 and it's gone back to 34 cents. And now it's 42, but it's, I told him, like, listen, I don't know when this happens. I'm going to say November is when you should have a pump. Now, that doesn't mean it can't pump before then, but the announcement of the stock exchange partner, I don't think it really matters who it is, because apparently they have a joint marketing campaign that they've been working on. Even if it's my worst fear, most likely, like London Exchange, that joint marketing, like everyone's still going to buy it. Like the amount of people that they have that holds that token is going to go up at a crazy rate. So, but just because it's supposed to, I think, have that effect in November, doesn't mean that it can't have random pumps here and there. depending on what happens with the market. But just their problem right now is just marketing and awareness. I know. We'll message her and get back to you. Yeah. Thank goodness. Okay, very good. Top store. Okay. Bulgar says, Kuma, what up? What up, everyone? Kuma says, I need another Ecomi logo. Another Ecomi. Well, I mean, we'll see what happens. I can't believe partners went to 1,700. Why? I mean, I believe it obviously, but why? Why the pump? What's Todd? Let's check some other stuff. What's Todd doing? All right, 413. Okay, all right, it's staying steady at 400. I did get an offer this morning of I think it was a very low amount. I forget what it was. Yeah, it was like 2,300. I was like, eat it. Sub 100 Todd. That's too cheap. Let's see the cheapest sub 100. Cheapest sub 100 Todd is actually me at 3K. And then number 69 for 17,000, which 69 is really good. 5K, I think someone would buy it. 17,000, I don't think so. I mean, again, people are into the memes, so maybe. Hi, man, 616. We posted the stream. Thanks, man. And me. Yo, what's up, zombie? How's it going, fam? And try to catch your stuff tonight. Cray Mountain says, aloha, Cray. I'm good. I'd rather have first print Spider-Man than any logo. A lot more buyers for Spider-Man. There will be a ton more buyers for Spider-Man. He's OG. Has no utility, which I know some people don't really care about because secret rare apply. No, I don't want to. Wait, can I just get it as a collectible, please? Why do I have to? Okay, collectible. I don't like the new. Fuck. Like the filter. Like you have to type, okay, collectible, do secret rare, and then you have all this other stuff. Like I don't like that. Anyway, figure Spider-Man 3600. Spidey Noir thing blows that out of the water, right? 3900. It's actually down. A bit. And that's I think it. Let's see what the red suit Spider-Man, the Marvel Metallic Red, 210, not bad. Miles Morales Secret Rare is 9500. It's insane. The Spidey 2099, the big one, not the mighty. Oh, it's $100. Interesting. And that looks like it's it for those types of Spideys. Okay. I was saying, if celebs come to New York City, the VeVe logo is second to nothing in utility, and we'll get a few of them. What else are we looking at here? All right, we did DEVVE, the DMC. All right, let's do daCat. Speaking of daCat, show y'all a little something. Yeah. I got a little kitty on my arm. daCat. He's a little leaky right now because I took a shower, but yeah, getting that bread, getting my. I'm very proud. I'm the first one to have a daCat tattoo. It's my own piece. I wouldn't expect anyone else to get it yet, but I think in the they itch. They're getting to the point where they itch now. Ooh, I want to go in and get a. I mean, there's more characters than just daCat. Like Randy's a character. Fanny's a character. There's multiple people that are characters that some of you might know. But I wound up just getting the logo. I didn't get the actual because let me show y'all a quick little thing on here. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, this is insane. All right. Without that's how he looks in the comic. You know, like he looks like a bipedal cat. Yeah. Knocked out. Aw, puppy. Sorry. Anyway. Very good. They have $300 in volume today, $600,000 in liquidity, and a $2.7 million market cap. I will continue to grind till it gets to 10 million, and then I think it explodes. What's up, VeVe Bet? How's it going? Bill Gardner says, agree with Ridley Scott and Johnny Depp show up at that party. That logo will be priceless. Guys, I want to take us back to reality here. That's a lot. Maybe Ridley Scott would. Johnny Depp just doesn't really do a lot of public stuff anymore since the trial. Maybe this can be his first thing back. You know, we'll see. We'll see. And we're saying it is DBZ. Okay, it was DBZ. Then Boo came back as Oob. Yeah. Hey, Tammy. Mark Wynn says, beautiful Gohan reference. 10. Oh, why, thank you. Why, thank you. Love that. Michael Hans says, I don't like the chart on OMI at all. Many people don't. Many people. So if you were to wind the clock, let me go back to Ecomi here. And I don't know what chart you're looking at. Are you looking at the monthly chart? Because the monthly chart don't look that bad, you know. Are you on the year chart? Because the year chart, yeah, you kind of down that night. I mean, if you're looking at the all, actually doesn't show it on there. We're gonna have to go to OMI on CoinGecko because that chart looks a little much less impressive. That just looks like it's been in a long line of pumps. It pumped once, it's going to go right back down. It's going to go to zero. But let me know which chart you're looking at, and let me know why. Let me know what you're thinking of. Curious. Pink Pants. I hope Ecomi gives 1 million OMI tokens to Spider Secret. That unfortunately that won't happen. They did spend serious cash on that. Those Disney could care less what the price of a partner statue is. I guarantee you they care a little bit. Pink Pants. The serious collectors have zero interest in the logos, but are spending serious money in this app. I wouldn't say they have zero interest in the logos, but agreed, they are spending. They've spent in the 6 figures on this app. Serious collectors have gone insane, and not in a bad way. Just that they went hard. Because the worst thing Ecomi can do is pick favorites with giveaways. 100 level collectors, no problem. They've spent big money. Agree. Level 100s deserve to have certain things given to them because they're level 100 collectors. They've spent quite a lot. But I mean, they're also limited by what they can do with the other collectibles. So they have to go in and be able to like they can't do this for like, oh, if you have this, you're gonna get, you know, X, Y, and Z. Like they can really only do that with their IP. That's the stacker is getting it right. Big buyers get rewarded with OMI tokens. Love it. Because how's giving an ounce of gold to gold logo holders doable, but giving a million OMI too much for Ecomi logo holders? Well, Ecomi doesn't really have a stream of revenue. VeVe's got a lot of revenue, and they could do, and also, I am now of the opinion. Let's see how much an ounce of gold is. Price of gold per ounce. All right, 34 hundo. Let's say there's 450 of them. Yeah, 1.5 million. Let's say you get that down to even at 1 million. It's like so much. Let's say a half an ounce of gold. Let's say 1,700, and let's say it's 450. That gets down to 765, and then I think you could really get it down to like a 500,000, based on, yeah. So again, VeVe's got a lot of revenue. I guarantee you they have something where, yeah, you can cut the line if you, if you pay Papa VeVe, then you can get multiple drops, you can get, whatever. So I think they'd be able to do that. And let's say they're able to, that in conjunction with giving them, the mint or whoever, all of the proceeds from it, all the proceeds from a drop that they do. I think the actual cost might be somewhere along the lines of $500,000 if they did that. But let's do a quarter ounce of gold. Be 850, and let's say there's 450 logos. You're at 382,000. In which case, I think it would cost VeVe less than $250,000 to do it, and that's if they do a quarter ounce, right? How much they actually do it, I don't know. But I mean, when David goes on and he says, "Wouldn't it be great if the gold logo holders got something like this?" I'd be like, "Oh shoot, that'd be dope. That'd be dope." But yeah, like I said, Ecomi doesn't really have that form of revenue. They have a bunch of OMI on their balance sheet. They can do whatever. And if they were going to burn some of that anyway, then that might be fun. When does that? X amount of hours. I don't know when. It's your base and golden goose for DEVVE and OMI this run. Base for DEVVE, $12. It's about a 30x. Where if let's say this isn't a super cycle, let's say this is a normal cycle, and we have rate cuts, although some of that I think might be priced in or was priced in a little bit. But let's say when that happens, you get confirmation in September, then you get other rate cut in December, and that, let's say, prices in Bitcoin in October, November. You might get I hate to think that we would only top out at like 160, 175K for Bitcoin. Because then you're not really getting any of the new budgets. I mean, there's supposed to be cost neutral ways that Trump's supposed to be getting more Bitcoin. Cool. And you have other countries setting up these reserves. But let's say none of that really affects Bitcoin too much. And it's really only the rate cuts. And Bitcoin, let's say, tops out in October, November. And even if it's October, and let's say we get 175, and ETH goes not to 10K, but it goes to 7,500, and we have a weak bull market, right? We have a weak blow off top. At that time in November, when they announced the stock exchange that they're working with, and obviously we're hoping like New York Stock Exchange, right? We're hoping like a US stuff, but it could be Beijing, could be London. Probably London. But I still think with that amount of money flowing into just their, again, base case, and this isn't even base case. This is like probably bear to base case. I would say $12. Because that 30x was a 10x 400 million. No, 30x is still like what is DEVVE here? I thought it was like a $40 million market cap, but let's see. Go back to round 37. Let's say round it up to 40 million. It's $1.2 billion market cap. Honestly, that can't be my base. Because at $1.2 billion market cap, something would have to go extremely wrong. The exchange would not have to do well. There'd have to be some type of crazy new technology that aliens give someone and it just dwarfs DEVVE. Maybe nobody uses it. Maybe the website's too complicated for people to use because, yeah, it sounds like a cool idea, cool concept. The tech is great, right? No self-custody, or like you're able to trade without giving up custody. and maybe it's too complicated for people. I think that if it just goes to $12, I would consider that a kind of a bear case. I think tens of billions for DEVVE, but if we're going conservative, $24 at a base case would be about $2.4 billion. So that's probably base. My golden goose scenario, I don't know, $69, $50, $100. Like let's see where this goes. Let's see how this tracks. Oh, his phone is up. Fuck. Okay, hang on. Oh god, not now. I don't know your shit. I'm sorry. I have to do one thing here that I. Okay. That. You needed to talk. Can. And I'm going to give this message. Oh my gosh. Sent him message. Hey, okay. Oh Jesus. Oh God. Okay. Sorry. Let's go back to DEVVE here, and we're at let's say 42 cents is like $40 million. Well, let's say it's at 40 cents. Let's say it's $40 million market cap. Make the math easy. At $4, the 10x. You're at 400 million. At 100x, you're at 4 billion. For a layer 1 blockchain that's the fastest in the world, that has this insane T+0 settlement time, 100x to go to $40, make it $4 billion. Like for an exchange, it's a dual use exchange, selling Tesla or Solana. The Tesla swaps for DEVVE, or it settles for DEVVE, and that swaps for Solana instantaneously. 1000x. I think 1000x is possible for DEVVE, going to 40 billion if they get the marketing done correctly, because right now they haven't done that, which is fine. Marketing is very hard to. That's very, very, very hard to do. That is a multi-billion-dollar question. Golden goose scenario would be 1000x for DEVVE, in which case you get to a $40 billion market cap plus. And honestly, I think that could still be. I think that could still be undervalued, because that, like, if not get to that, you're in the top 10 right now, but the top 10 isn't going to stay where it is. I do think this is a top 50 coin though. So my golden goose scenario for DEVVE would be 1000x, 40 billion, something insane. OMI, I mean, from where we are now at 3.5, 100x is 3.5 cents. I think 2 to 4 cents is my base case. Golden goose scenario, 20 cents. That's $60 billion market cap. It sounds insane, and it is insane. And I don't think the golden goose scenario for OMI, I think, has passed, because the golden goose case for scenario for OMI would be Pokemon. It would be an insane amount of users on the metaverse narrative, and again, the metaverse narrative will definitely hit, and OMI will probably take that ride. But like, it's not that nobody's using it right now, it's that they're so early in development. Like we want to get. We're at phase 1, where you can do a little bit, but you want gamification. You want IP branded worlds. And I've just seen, and again, this is public, right? Like, we haven't seen anything from that. And I think there's so much other stuff going on that I don't think that's a possibility anymore, to get like a Marvel IP branded world or a Disney IP branded world, or to be interoperable with. I think they'll be interoperable with whatever the Disneyverse is, But that golden goose scenario, like I think that gets done maybe in 2 years, maybe next time. But right now, that golden goose case for scenario, I don't think is possible. So I don't think 20 to 50 cents is here. But I think 10 cents, $30 billion market cap, I think that's doable. And again, that golden goose case scenario for OMI would have been like 50 cents, right? That would have been like $150 billion market cap. But I think 30 billion is doable. That 10 cents, if you hit things, and again, they could still get major IP. They could have something with, again, they have to evolve. It's been like, hey, here's your digital collectibles. You can use them in the VeVeverse. You can use them, but I really want them to be incorporated with AI. I really want them to be like useful. I want them to have other, and again, like, here's what I want, but here's the reality of what technology might be able to do with them, and how much that would cost, and how much, so. And again, I don't want them to be able to do that for myself. I want them to be able to do certain things with collectibles, so other people will buy them, and VeVe and OMI goes insane. Like, whatever they want. Vet says that VeVe logo is out of my price range, so I picked up 100 copies past 24 hours. My man. And I'm so sorry I missed and I just swiped away someone's text. I am Groot. Is there any public data from collectibles price from 2021? My streams. It's probably a bunch. Dayayo. Dayayo.eth reposted the stream. But about it, can Definity still go to $20? Well, $2.50 is 100x from here. What is Definity at? Let's take a look. See. Did I come in? I wanna go home. Damn, it's 22 cents. Or I'm sorry, 2.2 cents. That they've really just, Definity's just been fucked here over the past couple weeks. Definity's just been fucked. Meow 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 meow. Yeah, 3.4 million market cap, 3.76 fully diluted. I just, and again, Definity is my biggest bag, like, by far. If I were to trade this, I would have so much freaking money. Meow 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 meow. Okay, so a 100x from here, 2.2 cents, would be $330 million market cap. So that'd be $2.20, $340 million market cap. Let's do 3x from there. Make it a billion, right? $6.60. Make it $1 billion. Could it be multi-billion dollars worth? Yeah. So it'd have to be $3 billion gets like $3 billion gets like a $19 market cap. It's possible. I wouldn't bet on that. I'll be fine with 100x, but it could do a 1000x from here. 1000x gets to 3.4 billion. I think it could do that. It could do that and more. License, I'm always. Great stream today, Randy. Well, thank you. Doing my best. Pink Panther says, buy base Ethereum straight from your bank account. Swap for OMI base in seconds. OMI's on Coinbase, New York. This is a game changer. All right, we're gonna take a picture of that. We're gonna meow meow meow. Take a picture. Very good. Very good. Love Definiti. Len T says, is DEVVE truly the fastest? Yes. I haven't done any research, but I've heard so many layer ones claim the fastest. Truly curious. I don't even know where you can look it up. I don't even know where you can test that, but it does 8.5 million transactions per second. It has a sharding technology. It could be as fast, like Superman. He's as strong as he needs to be. That's DEVVE. It's as fast as it needs to be. The sharding technology can spin up to whatever you want. Pink Panther says, Ondo Finance will tell us in a few weeks what DEVVE will do. Can you elaborate on that? Why does they tell us what, like, they own part of the ecosystem? I'm very curious. Will Bitcoin go back into the 107s? Oh, it did for a minute, and then it bounced right back up. Okay, all right. Okay. All right, so that's it for that. We got a bit of stuff to do. You have 1,000 people this week that based a purchase, sale, or promotional code enter. You had 91 people make their first purchase this past week, which is great. On average, over 1,000 daily users. We had one day where we had over 2,000 users. One day we had 800 users, but it averages out to more than 1,000. $5 billion Bitcoin whale was buying $1 billion in ETH, moved 1.1 billion Bitcoin to a new wallet and started accumulating Ethereum. Last week, he bought $2.5 billion worth of Ethereum. This was on August 29th. Ecomi, saying with recent integration of DEX token trading on Coinbase for base tokens, the Ecomi community has been out full force, showing their love and support for OMI, and the numbers speak for themselves. Base degen has the strongest coins on base in the last 7 days, and OMI, #1 over there. Let's go over and do some voting. Do some voting over here. I'm going to vote. Oh, I already voted bullish. How do I feel today? I'm going to. We got 3 days saying OMI, very lazy FUD here. OMI hasn't moved because people were bored. It's pumped alongside real recent developments, migration to base, major utility upgrades, and VeVe expanding globally. Claiming no news ignores years of progress. All-time high bag holders exist in every project. It doesn't define future growth. Altcoin season coming up, very bullish. I believe that is also very bullish. What else do they say? OMI fan says, OMI, these next 4 months are going to be massive for OMI. Says, people just need something new or fresh to invest in again. Only reason this pumped, no news. I bet some are still holding from all-time high of $4 billion market cap. That last part's probably right, but I mean, there's a ton of news, so I don't think that guy is accurate. The heck is this? Years. What moment? Oh my God! This guy is just retarded. You have Bricky Hanzi saying, "It's safe to say the founder of Stacker is deep underwater." They know he's a billionaire, right? Like they definitely don't, but Profit might actually be a multi-billionaire by this point. Says the wallet provided has not been touched in roughly 4.5 years. Right around the time he bought OMI at highs, when the price gets high enough, he and VeVe's cohorts will dump everything on you. Bookmark this. Again, I am pretty sure that person is either retarded or just at best, he's just low IQ moron. At worst, he's a liar. So either way, would not listen. What else do we have here? I can't vote yet, so I'll wait till I can vote, and then I'll go on and vote for everything. Also, Base Degen that had posted that with OMI at #1 has 38,000 followers. Tammy's tattoo looks a lot cleaner than mine. Lionsgate is hosting a screening for The Long Walk, where customers must walk on a treadmill faster than 3 miles an hour for the whole movie. If you stop, you'll be escorted out of the theater. I will totally do that. I will 100% do that. Kiwa saying I have a pretty good sharding technology, just requires some dodgy curry. So sharding, obviously, a bit different, but great to hear. Great to hear. We'll get you for the next party. President Trump says that all tariffs are still in effect despite appeal court ruling against them. President Trump said all tariffs are still in effect. Yep. Oh, lopsided. I gotta do more of the inverted hanging. So that's what we all look like from the back, huh? Okay. CFTC to create pathway for U.S. citizens to trade on offshore exchanges such as Binance, Bybit, and OKX. Total market cap stablecoins reached a new record of 280 billion, and El Salvador to transfer Bitcoin reserves to multiple addresses. Yeah, DEVVE went rough the other day. Went to 38 cents. Patrick Lowry says there's some movement in the government with the president's working group on digital assets. According to SEC Chair Paul Atkins, the U.S. is on track to become the crypto capital of the world. Huzzah. Oldie One Kenobi says, after having a good day to digest yesterday's DEVVE Roundup, S2 edition for August 27th, I'm sure plenty watched and digested it too. I thought it worth adding a little boost. The scope of members here are vast. Some are already wealthy. Some have tried and failed in business. Some have won and lost. Some are grinding away day to day. And some are just starting out in life and are maybe at university or beginning of their beholding to the master for the next 55 to 60 years. I've done everything I have to offer in tried and failed businesses to have the better things. And as hard as I fought, I didn't win in the end. Just tootling on by these days, surviving. Sometime back, I put my money and my mouth to others, betting on my future on something. Some people, in essence, Tom, Ray, and the team at DEVVE as a collective, yes, we all did the same. We are trusting the team, DEVVE, to do what we don't have the brains and balls to do. Couple DEVVE with said but unnamed AAA partner, there is no better tag team to go out there as mine and your champions. We've all been through emotional roller coaster of the past, but that first domino is teetering. Who knows where we're heading from here? But I'm feeling rather frothy. Love that. Oh, a 90s video store speakeasy is coming to Las Vegas this fall. Let's go. Meow, 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 meow. David Yu was on TechMates the other day, which has 123 followers. Come on, David. I think that's going to be it for me today because I want to go watch Tammy on the Bill and Zombies metaverse adventure. Let's see where we're at. Let's go raid them. Let's go raid them. Let's raid Bill and Zombies metaverse adventure with Tammy on there. Let's go. All right. I love you guys. Everyone say bye-bye, Dashy. Bye-bye, Dashy. Let's go. We're going to raid them and say, Randy raid. Randy raid. Meow, meow, meow. Woof, woof. Meow, meow, meow.